Welcome, kindred spirits, to Essence of the Moon. Today we begin a journey, not through fantasy or fiction, but into the living, breathing realm of fairies. This is where the veil thins, where logic softens, and where the wild and wonderful wait for us to remember them. So if you have a journal, light a candle, and keep it close. This is a gentle invitation inward into memory, imagination, and magic. Let us begin not with answers, but with wonder. So with this month's VR, it is with the starry sun and Rochelle from Amethyst Ascension. And it is about fairies. So I'm bringing you along on my property. A lot of the stuff is overgrown. And I'm just looking to see where I'm going to find signs of fairies. And believe me, it's everywhere. Even in just the beauty of moss. So part one of this VR is, what do you already know? So the first step into any sacred realm is not through a door, but through remembrance. So before we learn anything, let's pause and ask ourselves, what do we already believe about fairies? So I believe that fairies are ancient nature spirits who exist on a different frequency than us. One that overlaps our moments of stillness, wildness, and sacred intent. I really don't see them as like tiny winged creatures, although sometimes they do appear to be like that. But as an energy form, that's my neighbor up the street. I just drove by. Oh no, that's FedEx. So they also have their ranges from light to dark, as you see this little guy here fluttering around. I don't even know what kind of creature that was. He was so tiny and just fluttering. There's a spider. We live by an airport, so you guys are going to probably hear that. Yeah, it's so peaceful down here. So I feel like they're both guardians and tricksters, and they definitely do not operate on human logic. Look at this. Look at this going on here. This cute little mushroom. I think those are the ones that are like puffballs. And look at that right there. The little flowers growing. You know, it's really cool if you actually get down to their level their viewpoint is a little bit different. So what feelings rise up when I hear the word Fae? I don't know. I think it's like curiosity, wonder, enchantment. But it's also a reminder to be respectful of them. Just like any other magical creature, you want to respect them. So in Brian Froud gives us, in Good Fairies, Bad Fairies, he gives us a world that is wild, raw, and contradictory. Some Fae heal, some deceive, most do both. And maybe that's the real truth of fairies. It's not light or dark, it's both, just like us. So do you see fairies as good or bad? Again, I think it's both. Neither good nor bad. You know? Some will help you heal. Some might cause chaos and wake you up, and both are very much valid and very much needed. Let's come up this way. I should have changed my shoes, guys. I didn't think about that until after the fact. So fairy is not a place, it's a frequency. You may have felt it when the wind stirred the trees and made you pause. You dreamed of a place you've never been, or a crow locked eyes with you and you knew it meant something. Fairy whispers, it does not shout. So there's a couple journal prompts, which I can't do obviously right now because I'm walking. But it says, where have I already felt Fae presence? Even if I don't recognize it as such. I'm going to say, in the ordinary, that isn't so very ordinary. Like walking in the woods like I'm doing right now. You know? Fairy connection is not like connecting with spirit guides, deities, or ancestors. I feel like it's a lot more playful, elusive. I'm sure sometimes it can also be demanding. I need to go back to my spirit tree. I completely missed it. I want to check in on the crystals I left there, the quartz. So for Emily Carding, she reminds us that if they are approached in honor and friendship, strong connections can be formed wherever you are in the world. Fairies care more about how you approach than what you know. Respect, curiosity, boundaries, and trust. So how does connection with the Fae feel different to me than any other spiritual or energetic connection? It definitely feels alive. Maybe not always comforting. Sometimes challenging. The Fae feel wild, reactive, very much elemental. Not like my ancestors or guides. They definitely make me slow down and listen. Or even try and get down to this lower level like I'm doing right now. To look at this mushroom. It's just growing here. Or watch this ant find its way back home. So have they already reached out? I feel like, as I showed you guys in the beginning, there was a feather in their little home. And look at how funny this is. I laid out 4 clear quartz here. There's one right there, and there's another one right there. There was 4 in that corner. So what happened to the other 2? I mean, look at all this tree, the way it's covered in moss. There's so much life right here. You see all the ants? You see little bugs flying around, or could be the faith flying around. But I definitely had 4 quartz there, and now there's 1 in there and 1 here, which I'm not going to move that one. I will leave it right there for them. So this is our protector tree. This one is at the entrance of the property. That's the largest, and I think he is the one that protects the property here. That's the feeling I get from him. He's very much a protector energy. And I like to come here and talk to him and say hi and thank him, which I did. I thanked him with crystal, with quartz, and somehow they're gone. How funny is that? I'm going to zoom out here and kind of pan out to the tree. He stands so strong and tall. To me, he's definitely the protector of the property. So what do you think happened to my crystals? And then I sat there for them. So the next journal prompt is, have you ever felt like I was watched, protected, or tested? So here it's like leaving an offering. You know, anytime you leave an offering like that, it kind of like makes you feel like sometimes it, I don't know, kind of feels kind of childish sometimes, you know, but in a good way. The air feels different. Have you ever had Fae experience? Oh, most definitely. When I was younger, I always thought fireflies were the Fae. And I still to this day am going to say that. Because they look so magical lighting up at night. And they were so elusive, like trying to catch them. Ooh, look at this in here. Look at that clearing. I think that can be their home. Do y'all see that? Look at that perfect clearing. Oh my God. I think I found their home. Something's definitely living there. As my hair got stuck in these pricklies. Well, that's good. I left behind an offering in my hair. I'm going to have to come back out later tonight and bring them more offerings. Listen to the wind. The stillness, the birds. They're definitely around. So beginning the relationship. As you saw, I had a home altar set up for them. And just heard some stuff here that didn't sound like the normal trees. And it's starting to sprinkle. I love that. But I'm protected by the trees, so I can't feel it, but I can hear it. So I wasn't sure if they wanted to work with me, so I did a pendulum reading thanks to the starry ascend. I asked her, how do I know if they want to work with me? And I was feeling their energy. And they kept coming up in everything. And I would see them being mentioned in many things. And I'm like, do they want to work with me? So I did a pendulum reading, and I was very specific. And it was a yes. I asked for specific elements. And some were yes, some were no. Like a brownie was no. Oh, look at this right here. Do y'all see this? It's like a portal. Y'all see this? How beautiful is this? Look at the vines, how they're twisted around. And all the fern, I guess they're fern. Look at this. And it's a perfect triangle. I just got chills. And if you look straight through that triangle, you'll see that home that I just came across. There are definitely some fae spirits here protecting our property. And that's just the automatic instant that came to mind. They are protecting the property. Isn't that beautiful? Holy mackerel, my heart is pounding. I have chills. That is definitely their portal. Astaria Sun, I know you're watching. Please let me know what you think. Wow. So what am I willing to offer the Fae? Well, definitely my time. My honesty on what it is that I can do for them. Small handmade gifts, which I have been working on for 2 months now. I was giving them offerings of honey. I made a specific oil for them for candle ritual. Reading about them, learning about them, giving them my time. So what am I asking for in return? Not much, really. I'm just thankful that they are gracing butterfly. That they're gracing us with their presence. You know, I think it's a gift. To remind me to stay magical, to remind me to Don't take life so seriously. To look at the ordinary and see what's not ordinary about it. Just their friendship, mutual respect, and blessing us with their magic. What is one sentence that captures what fairy means to me right now? I think they're asking us to remember what the world was like before all of this chaos, where we would just go, 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 never stop, never slow down. My heart just fluttered as I said that, and I'm taking that as a yes. So I'm going to come and sit by that same area as I do my oracle spread. I was going to do tarot, but I think for this I wanted to do an oracle spread. So I'm going to do oracle spread for 2 weeks, because this week has been just, this month is already pure chaos for me. So I'm going to sit right here, and I'm probably going to wet my pants from it being cold or still wet. I definitely did not bring the right shoes. Okay. Okay. You guys are going to sit there as I do some spreads here. So this is from Debbie. Thank you, Debbie. Crocheted tarot bag. I'm hoping you guys can see that triangle there properly. And I am going to be using Rochelle's Fae Whispers Oracle cards. So there's 5 questions to Fae foundations. How can working with the Fae benefit me? How can working with the Fae benefit me? I'm definitely gonna have some wet pants here, guys. I'm gonna go back to work. I'm on my lunch break right now. Okay, how can working with the Fae benefit me? 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 Innocence. Child imaginings. Embrace your fantasy self once again. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? So they are reminding me to stay innocent, stay young. And I'm going to start to cry because I didn't really have a childhood. And I think they're reminding me to do that, to be a child again, you know? What fear of the Fae might I be holding on to? And this card is Firefly Dance. Celebrate life's moments. Let your spirit shine like the stars. What fear? The fear of having these moments of childlike, of loving that, you know? How can I address this fear? How can I address this fear? How can I address this fear? And it says tranquility. Seek the moss fairy sanctuary, find peace and tranquility in her verdant domain. And that's what we just came across, a lot of moss. So how can I address this fear? Finding peace and tranquility. Being at peace with where I'm at today. With these life lessons. Yeah. What first foundation steps can I take? What first foundation steps can I take? Kindred. Shared stories. Be lifted by many voices of kindred. I think talking about them. That's my first foundation, is to talk about them. And not be afraid what people are going to say because of what I'm saying about the fairy and how I think that they're real. You know? Because they are real. And some people are going to look at me like I'm nuts, and I really don't give a shit. So what aspects of the Fae do I need to understand right now? Sprites of joy, find delight in the small things. Let your heart be filled with wonder. So that's what they need me to understand right now. Find delight in the small things. I think the next spread is Fae Contact. If it isn't, I am so sorry, Astaria or Summer, but I'm going to do it. Are the Fae trying to communicate with me? Are the Fae trying to communicate with me? Firefly dance, exactly what I was saying about them. Fireflies. Celebrate life's moments. Let your spirit shine like the stars. Yes, they are communicating with me through fireflies. So I think they're reminding me to be outside in the dark and sit there in peace and tranquility and watch for them. If so, am I blocking these connections? Am I blocking these connections? Fairy tale. Live your story. Let your life be a magical adventure. Yeah, I think I saw them when I was younger as a fairy tale, like something that wasn't true. When it's that they're definitely real, you know? If so, have they tried communicating with me? Have they tried communicating with me? Oops. Fairy glamour. All that glitters is gold. Take some self-care time to reconnect with my body. Yeah, they have. They're reminding me to in those moments of when they're telling me to do stuff for myself, to put on some nails, to put on some makeup. I'm going to dye my hair this week at home. So I hate going out and dealing with people. Yeah, that's the fairy glamour that they want me to do. Number 4, if so, what message are they trying to tell me? What message are they trying to tell me? What message are they trying to tell me? Whispering Woods. Oh, this is so good. I love these cards, Rochelle. If so, what message are they trying to tell me? Listen to the trees, find wisdom in the ancient whispers. And that's exactly what I'm doing out here. Being a child again in the woods. When I was younger, I was never inside the house all day. Like, it's just, now I am. But when I was younger, I would come back with straight knees, with dirt all over my face, my fingernails, my hair, a ratted mess, because I was always in the woods. I was always, and I didn't think of it like I am now, but I was always searching for wonder, for magic, asking them to help me escape, you know? I think that's what I was doing. Number 5, how can I best honor the Fae? How can I best honor the Fae? How can I best honor the Fae? Fae's favor. Trust in good fortune. Embrace the gifts the fairy offer. How can I best honor the Fae? I trust in them, you know? Embrace their gifts, which is what I'm doing right now. Embracing this quietness, the beauty. I mean, look at the beauty right here. Look at that perfect triangle. Listening to the birds, hearing the wind, watching the butterflies go by, you know? And if no, refer to the Fae Foundation spread, which we already did. Yeah, I am honoring them. I am listening, wanting to work with them, paying attention to the beauty that they're offering us. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're definitely around. They're definitely here watching us. I'm gonna fix you guys back up again. So this is what I would look like when I was out in the woods, when I was younger, you know? A mess. Hair tangled up like it is now. So here's Debbie's crocheted tarot bag that so lovingly holds my Fae deck as I'm sitting out here watching the butterflies, enjoying what the fairies have left behind for us. It's really an honor and a privilege, you know? So as we come to an end to this one and week 2 of stepping into the Fae, we need to remember that the realm of the Fae isn't a place you find on a map. It's a way of seeing, feeling, and listening. Watching these beautiful butterflies go by. The ants, the moss, and all the organisms that live in them, if you just think about that. So whether you felt a flicker of memory, a spark of curiosity, as a bug comes at my face, maybe it's a Fae that came to my face. So if you felt a flicker of memory, a spark of curiosity, or the stirrings of a deeper connection, you've already begun. Let your journal be your doorway. Let nature be your guide. And let your intuition lead the way. Until then, walk gently. Listen deeply. And may the Fae walk beside you, unseen but never unfelt. Sending you all so many more blessings. As a butterfly just landed on my arm and flew away before I got to send you guys a picture. Sending you all so much love and blessings. And I'll see you underneath the moon. Goodbye, guys.